Let's do this. We're gonna flip around here at Hollywood and Highland, or sorry, at Highland, and then we'll take Barham up, and that'll give us a visual on both incidents. The crash that we're interested in, however, is to the north, and what's interesting is CHP is gonna see. Oh, yeah, 101 at Barham is where they're reporting it. What's going to happen though is CHP is going to see that first crash right here. They're going to think that's it. They're going to stop there, and they might not go to the one that we just saw. So, with that being said, we need to get back up to Barham and see what's going on over there. Okay. And we're just going to take Barham up. And again, there is a stalled vehicle in lanes south of the first accident that we saw, so we're trying to kind of balance the two situations. I think what we're going to do is go for that worst accident, which is further up. I think that's probably a good spot because the one here that's closer to us, which is like, you'll see it in a second here. And again, we're gonna take Barham, which parallels the side of the freeway. There's a stalled car in lanes, and I don't think that that's a traffic collision per se. So that probably has a better chance of hopefully not becoming an accident. But the one we're trying to get to, if I can see the lanes here, the one we're trying to get to is further up. I no longer see that car with the flashers also, Tay. I don't know where they're at. But I think taking Barham up here to that overpass, I think that's going to be our best bet. Oh, they must have gotten off then. Yeah, they must have gotten off. Okay. Cool. I swore I saw a stalled car here though. Yeah, but we did. They had their flashers on. They were sitting over there. So we need to get to, there's an old off-ramp that used to be here, and they've since closed it, and I'm wondering if we can get to that spot. Oh, it looks like there's a police car there from an unknown agency. I'm not quite sure who it is. We're above them right now, and we'll go over to the abandoned off-ramp here and see if we can kind of pull onto that and see what's going on. Oh no, CHP's there. Looks like 2 vehicles involved, and the rest of the vehicles took off. Okay, well they're already there. I don't know if we need to really do anything. Do you want to go take a look, Tay, or not really?
I don't want to get out in the rain.
I don't want to get out in the rain either, and I don't want to miss this light. That's in, come on. All right, so CHP's already there. They are quick today, considering. Oh wait, hang on. Wait a minute. That might be. Hang on. There might be another crash over here below us.
536 radio check.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Lima Charlie. I think we might have another accident.
Copy. Yeah, I didn't even make it all the way up. They had it. They usually have it closed off with just barricades that you can drive around, but this time they had a locked gate.
Copy that. There might. Let's take a look here. Damn, somebody went through this, huh? There might be a crash below us. Let me take a look really quick. And the wipers are fine when we're stopped. Oh, I hate it. Nope. Nothing. So we're good. Did you say okay?
No, it was my Siri.
Siri? What does she want?
I don't know. I pressed the button.
All right.
Northwest driver 6553 White Oak Avenue, suspect vehicle red 1965 Ford pickup.
This guy's stalled here. What is going on?
6553 RD, correction, incident 273 RD 1035.
What is going on? All right. At least there's no like crazy flooding and insanity like the last time we were out in the rain. This seems a little more. This seems a little more controlled. Again, people do not drive very well in California. Well, in the dry, I think we do okay. I don't know. I think we do okay in the dry. I know driving in Florida was pretty bad, just all the time. And then I think California drivers do okay for the most part, and then LA is a whole different breed. But we've had snow and rain, and there's a ton of rain on the ground right now. People are hydroplaning like crazy, and that's where they really get into trouble. And again, our infrastructure is not designed for any substantial amount of wet. It's just not. There's this guy, great, probably on bald tires, I'm sure. The road surface aggregate, I guess you could say, or the actual asphalt like grit is what I guess the best way I can describe it. But the grit in the asphalt is very fine, so there's not it's not coarse at all, which is great in the summer and stuff, and when it's mostly dry out here. It's good because we're not like eating away the tires, and it's not really a necessity. But the second it rains, it's like all bets are off. So, and the road surface is, I mean, right here it's concrete, and they add little grading to it. They drag like a little piece of mesh.
Boulevard, 26 feet west.
All right, so they drag I don't want to say a mesh. I don't know what it's actually called, but they drag basically it looks like a rake through the concrete, and it adds drainage lines to it, which help a little bit, but it's really not that great. They're not that deep. So when it does rain, it gets pretty hazardous. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on the camera tape. If you look over the top, see how smooth it is? You can't tell?
No,
It's very, very smooth. And when the water's on it, then, hydroplaning is very easy to accomplish. So we'll leave it at that. Maybe we'll roll up on a crash on the way back, but that's it. On to the next. My squeaky windshield wiper blades. quite sure exactly what they hit. I'd guess the sign over there, maybe the tree. Let's see if we can figure out what they ran into. Looks like they hit the pole here, skipped off the pole. There was 3 people inside the car, just a solo vehicle accident. 1 trapped, it sounded like, and then they said 2 immediate, 1 delayed. So 2 people in serious condition, 1 person in not so serious condition. So let's get a couple angles on the car, just get a look at what happened. But I can see the pole and the glass and everything. I think they were coming southbound here and skipped off the pole and sheared the whole side of the car off. So you can see the damage to the pole. Food on the stove. All right. So we are not going to that. We're going to cancel. Another rainy night here in Los Angeles. Thank you for joining us, as always. Every Friday and Monday night. I can't believe we're doing 2 nights a week now. It's like nuts. Either way, we're back clearing off of a fire that is apparently not a fire. We're heading up the 110 into downtown. It is raining like crazy. I wanted to mention something Tay and I were actually talking about earlier. We've had so many wrong way crashes lately. I'm not sure. The guys and I were talking about it about a week ago. We had, how many did we have that one night? Like 6? So we had about 6 wrong way reports of wrong way drivers. One of them with which resulted in a collision. But we've had a few this year and late last year, and it's really starting to become a thing. Normally, once or twice a month, maybe at that, we'd have a wrong way driver that was like serious, like a nighttime like this. Because right now, if you look at the conditions, if I'm driving in the fast lane and there's a wrong way driver coming down, most people when they drive, they're not looking all the way down at the end of the freeway. They're looking pretty much right in front of them. So by the time they see them, it's too late. And a wrong way driver wants to go to the far right, which for us is the far left lane. So it's a pretty scary thing. There's a lot of blind corners up here in downtown, and we're hearing reports all over the city of wrong ways. This is becoming like a major thing. There's nothing on the CAD right now for it, but next time we hear it, I'll make sure we point it out. We haven't been on one. Actually, no. I think Alex and I had one a while back, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure if it made it into code 20, but we did have a wrong way driver. So the reason I bring it up is it kind of culminated last night this past, what was it, Sunday? That'd be Sunday morning, right? So last Sunday, today is the 22nd, and last Sunday, there was a wrong way driver on the 71. Randy covered it. I ended up going out there because it was just complete pandemonium. Wrong way driver, I want to say around 3 in the morning. The details are in the story. I'll link that story down into the comments. But around 3 in the morning, I think, wrong way driver on the 71. I don't know if they were going north or south or what the deal was. I think they were coming northbound. That's right, because it was on the southbound side. So the wrong way driver's coming northbound. They hit another car. That car, I think the wrong way car burst into flames. 4 people died. So this is like nuts, even for us. We do not have wrong way crashes like this ever. And the fact that we've been getting a bunch of them and then we had this fatal, I mean, it's crazy footage. Randy got there just after it happened, and he has some really intense video. Alex, actually, let's roll that. Let's roll the tape on the wrong way crash, if you could, Alex, from Randy's crash on the 71. So again, this isn't something that's common. This is something that seems to be becoming more of a thing, and I don't know. And it's funny too. Most people maybe not are aware of this, but if you're going the wrong way on the freeway, we drive on the opposite side of the highway for brush fires. Sometimes when they close the freeways and we have to get out, we'll drive the wrong way. Actually, on the crash, incidentally enough, the wrong way crash, we had to go wrong way to get out of there because we couldn't go past the crime scene, of course. When you go wrong way on the freeway, especially at night, not so much during the day, obviously, but especially at night, you see red reflectors. All of the white reflectors here in LA, when you're going the opposite direction, turn red. Next time we're on the freeway, remind me, Tay, and I'll take my flashlight and I'll shine it the opposite direction. Remind me to show it because it's super obvious. You're driving. When do you see red reflectors ever?
No.
I'm driving around, I never see red reflectors. And when you go the wrong way, the whole freeway is like a sea of red. So either they're intoxicated or they're, they want to be doing it, right? I can't say the word. It starts with an S. YouTube wouldn't like that. They'll demonetize us for that, I'm sure. But, you have to really be committed to doing that. It's a major, major commitment. So, we're in front of, this is LAPD headquarters right here, and then we got City Hall to my left.
Say unsubscribe to life.
Unsubscribe to life? Yeah, they unsubscribe from life for sure. But the crappy thing about it is the fact that they make that decision, and we deal with that subject here all the time, and we specifically avoid it and we do not cover it because we don't want people doing copycat stuff. We don't want to inspire anybody. And if that is a thing and that's something that you personally are dealing with, get help. There's like a million places you can go to talk to people, and there's so many resources out there to get help for that now. It's just kind of like everybody gets down in life sometimes. You have to get through it, and it's up to you to get through it. And there are people that can help with that. So it's, especially nowadays where there's so much communication, and especially now with the internet, I mean, there's so many resources at everyone's disposal. And for someone to decide, now's my time, I want to unsubscribe or what have you, and then they decide to then go on the freeway, go wrong way, and then kill 2 innocent people. It's like, I don't even know how you can ever think that's okay. No matter how many drugs or alcohol you decide to consume, it's like nuts. So it's becoming a thing, and I don't know if it's because of that or because people are doing the drugs and they're not seeing the red reflectors, or maybe they're just so out of it they're not understanding. But it's becoming a bigger issue, and we're dealing with it more and more, it seems, just kind of in a condensed period of time. I would say this past month, even the last 30 days, we've seen a major uptick, and it really culminated the other night. It peaked, I would say, when we had the night with 6 wrong ways, and then not to mention CHP Altadena comes up on the radio, and the guy's like, "Holy crap! I see a wrong way driver. They're right here. They're on the 2. They're going northbound or southbound, whatever." He was driving them down the freeway, and he looks across and he sees somebody going with him on the other side of the freeway. I don't understand. I don't understand how that's even possible. Don't get me wrong. Downtown, all the one-ways downtown, every once in a while I've gone the wrong way, especially at night like this. There's no one out, right? You look, the sign's graffitied to high hell. You can't see the sign. You make a turn down the street and you go, "Oh no," and you flip around. We see that all the time, especially here in downtown Los Angeles. However, on the freeway, when cars are coming at highway speed, I mean the closing speed, if they're doing 80 and the person, going the right direction is doing 80, I mean, you're closing, that's like, that's why when we're driving, we're always looking as far out as we can look. And I would recommend anyone watching to do the same. When you're driving along and you're on the freeway, don't look, right in front of your feet over the hood. You want to look as far down the roadway as you can look, and you want to be constantly scanning for hazards. Not to say that, during the day in traffic, especially here in LA, a wrong way driver is not something you really need to worry about too much, but you should always be looking up and scanning the road and looking down, looking up, looking behind you, everywhere. But at night especially, and I was talking with one of the guys, they don't even drive in the number 1 lane. They drive in the number 2 because they're specifically concerned about drivers going the other way. And, one lapse of concentration, you look down for a second, you look back up, and I mean, that closing distance speed is so fast. Like, that distance is right there. you don't have a lot of time to react. So I think, I don't know. I felt like bringing it up because it's been a thing that we're seeing more and more and more now, and it's really not good because it's completely indiscriminate on who gets caught up in that. So innocent person driving along, you're doing everything right, and next thing you know, some lunatic coming the wrong way on the freeway at 100 miles an hour goes head on with you. Your car bursts into flames, and you end up losing your life over somebody's bad decision. So. That's where it kind of bothers me because it could be anybody at any time. That's what makes it so terrifying and so frustrating. So, the suggestion I had, what was it, Tay, to put spike strips on the on the off ramps, right? You put a spike strip on the off ramp, not a spike strip, but in the parking lots, the spikes that severe tire damage. After they have a name, I'm sure there's a specific name for them, but the retractable spikes that let you go out but not in. Imagine we put those on all the off ramps. Right? I mean, how are you going to get on the freeway the wrong way? But then, someone's going along, they really want to do it, they stop on the freeway and they turn around anyway. So it's like you install that infrastructure and then it doesn't matter because people just go around it anyway. So it's a really frustrating thing. And I just felt like bringing it up. It was kind of something we've been talking about on the radio. We've been talking about with the guys at work here, and you guys subscribe to Code 20, so we're giving you the insight and the heads up as to what's going on, the early info on how to be safe out here in the big city. So yeah, it hasn't been a major issue, and now it's becoming one. So that's the insight into a little bit of the craziness that we're dealing with. But yeah, that's been up. I mean, overall crime has been up like crazy, but that's a whole nother thing. So yeah, we're in speaking of downtown, we're in beautiful downtown Los Angeles, which is really nice because it's raining. It just stopped raining, but we've had more rain. We've had more. Look at this building right here, the top of the building. Isn't that beautiful? We've had more rain apparently. God, the roads are getting worse. I will say the roads down here are just god awful. We've had more rain than Seattle. So everyone going, oh, that's not a lot of rain. LA doesn't get a lot of rain. Well, okay, we've had more rain than Seattle this year. Think about that for a second. And don't quote me on that. I don't know where I heard that, but somebody told me that. It sounds true though. It sounds true because we've been getting a ton of rain. It's been pretty slow tonight. Starting out, it's been very, very slow. That's the magic words though. I know a lot of people that a lot of first responders always tell me, don't say that it's slow phrase ever, because then you end up with a crazy call. So for us, that's not terrible though, because it is our job. But it is good to see that nothing's happening. Everybody's being good. Everyone's being safe. There are no major calls going on. Oh, there were potholes though. Randy's on. Speaking of the 71, and Randy, he's on a call right now for potholes on the freeway that have destroyed people's tires. And probably their wheels, if they're big enough, on the north and southbound 71. So they've destroyed their wheels, and they actually have the freeway shut down. So the commute for those people is going to be tough. The supervisor, the Caltrain supervisor out there, told them that they're going to be closed. The whole 71 will be closed until mid-afternoon. So that's what we got. And yeah, just an update on the wrong way stuff. Nothing going on.
464 southbound 110 at Ada. Check both directions. By now,
it's right here. Alrighty. Sweet, we got a bridge. Awesome. Alright, we'll shoot from the bridge, and that is 8th Street. So, I think. No, 7th. That's 7th. Alright, so let's just go here. We'll go south 1. We'll go to 7th, and we'll go across, and then we're already here. But it's going to be a pedestrian that was struck and killed on the freeway. All right, 455 is going to be rolling up on this fatality. It sounds like one of the units that was responding to the fire rolled up on the autoped with the K injury. I'll be code 6 on 7th Street over the 110.
Charles, Lincoln 930.
Alrighty. Yep, it's going to be right below us here.
Perfect.
Yeah. Yep. And I got the everything going now, so hopefully it'll. Let's go take a look. Just make sure we're in the right spot, and then we'll go from there. Alrighty, let's take a look. There's stairs here too, but I don't know. I don't think those are open. Okay, we're fine. We're fine from here then. Whew. Please don't run me over. Thank you. All right. It is raining, raining, raining. I'm just about sick of the rain, Tay. What do you think?
Yep.
Are we sick of the rain?
I want beach weather now.
You want beach weather? I'm like fried. What is going on tonight? It's the rain. It's the weather. I'm trying to keep the lens down, but I have to walk all hunchback here. All right. So we're in a good spot. Why are you guys honking? All right. Gosh, look at all the. I mean, we're in the heart of downtown here, but. I mean, LAPD is here, and then USAR 88. So, Tay, funny enough, USAR 88, those guys are really cool, actually. These guys are incredible. They're urban search and rescue. They were en route to our fire, and they actually rolled up on this. Again, we have a body in lanes, and there's really not much more that they can do for the poor guy, unfortunately. But not a good time to be playing Frogger, for sure. Never a good time. It is never a good time to be out on the freeway, especially in LA. So. It's always kind of sad when people are honking when they get stuck in the traffic, because they're obviously frustrated. They've been sitting in traffic and stuff like that, but you know, somebody lost their life out here and these people are honking. They have no idea. So it's pretty, you know, don't always assume that it's worse than you think, right? There's a reason for it. Let's get a shot of the traffic and then we'll get out of here. I don't want to spend too much time on this. You see the chippy walking, Tay? He's walking, telling cars to move out of the way. Look at this. Yeah, I don't know why they honk. It's like you have no idea what's going on. Poor guy is down there dead in the roadway, and they're upset about being a few minutes late. It's like, okay. Like, how silly is that? I think oh, where'd you go? I lost you. I think the saddest part too is that nobody stopped. If you look down the shoulder down there, I don't see any cars stopped at all. So unless they come back around, That's it. Nobody stopped for this poor guy. He was laying in the middle of the freeway on the 110, and a bunch of cars hit him. I can see there's quite a few pieces of him out on the roadway, and it looks like he might have maybe a jumper, I don't see. Oh, there is some debris down here. Yeah. You know what, Tay? He might have jumped right here. Is there anything up here? No, nothing. Because he's right there, so it would have been. There's a little bit of debris right here in front of us, and then there's chunks of them right there. So it might be he might have come off this overpass. So really sad. Pretty incredible that you look and you see a truck 11 here is taking up 1, 2, 3, 4, almost 5 lanes. If they put it straight across, that's 5 lanes of LA freeway that they can block with that rig. That's pretty incredible when you see these guys flying around to calls. You go, they seem so nimble when they're responding. Then you look at it compared to everything else, and you go, oh my goodness, that thing is absolutely massive. But it looks like the rain has subdued a little bit. We've got an LAPD Central. We've got an LAPD Central unit out here. Looks like he's assisting with traffic, waiting for CHP. CHP was stuck in the traffic backup on the other direction. It looks like they're letting the 8th Street, 9th Street, which is kind of a dual exit lane, they're letting that lane out. And they're gonna probably flare off everything under us. They're probably gonna take the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 lane straight back into that traffic. So getting south of downtown is going to be pretty difficult because of this. And again, I'm hoping, somebody saw something or stopped or tried to do something. But as of right now, I'm assuming he came off of the overpass that we're standing on. You can see how low these railings are. I'm 5'10", and this is a little bit below my belt line. So these railings are pretty low, and we have people come off of the overpasses here in downtown fairly often. So that would not surprise me. And again, talking about the wrong ways earlier and now this, I mean, it's a pretty common theme for the night. So let's get a few more shots of this. This is mostly a traffic incident, and then we'll get out of here. We'll get on to the next one. I'm already 170 at Burbank. So Randy, again, we were talking about the wrong way. We were talking about earlier the wrong way drivers and how this is becoming more of an issue. There's a Randy's heading to a call right now. This came out at 4:07. Tay, you can show what we got up here on the screen if you want. This came out at 4:07 a.m. and we've got a looks like a wrong way driver. Possible multiple vehicles going the wrong way. I'm not 100% sure what they've got, but it looks like 3 vehicles involved. And yeah, he's got to get around it.
Westbound and come back southbound and turn right on the crossroads.
Right.
It sounds like if it's in between crossroads and the 605 station, pick up 311.
Copy. Well, maybe give him a 21, see what he's up to. But when I get off the highway here, I'll take a look at the maps and let you know where I'm seeing the closure. But yeah, they're asking for a hard closure too. So again, Randy, funny, coincidentally enough, had that fiery crash that we were talking about earlier tonight. He's now got another wrong way crash that sounds like it resulted in a fatality. They're not confirming it. Oh, excuse me. They're not confirming it in the comments of the call here, but this would be, if this ends up being a fatality, that's our 5th person that was killed in a wrong way accident that we've covered specifically. Key News Network has covered over the last 3 or 4 days. This would be number 5. So Randy's going to confirm that. We'll get a little bit more information, and obviously hindsight's 2020. He's heading there right now, so we don't have too much. We're just going off of what we're hearing, but it does sound like possibly multiple vehicles going wrong way. It's also a hit and run. There's big rigs involved. They've got 1 or 2 big rigs involved, and then there's vehicles that fled. But it sounds like there's 3 vehicles that are actually there from the accident. So not just a hit and run, but a hit and run, or sorry, not just a wrong way driver, but a wrong way driver that's also now a hit and run. So it's just pretty horrendous, and obviously it's raining, so we have adverse weather conditions. It's hard for people to see. Everybody's having a hard time driving in the rain out here. We covered a couple accidents tonight that were minor injuries and stuff like that. But again, this wrong way driving thing is just nuts. So let's, because we're not there, but Randy is. Alex, if you could, Alex, I'm always asking favors, Alex here. Alex, if you could grab Randy's footage and let's take a look at that incident over at the 60 and the 605 on the wrong way crash that he's at. Let's take a look at that. So again, Randy's there right now. You guys are looking at it. I haven't seen it yet, so you guys are actually seeing footage that I've yet to look at because I'm clearly driving. So once we have some more information, I'll probably post a link to that story in the comments here, so you guys can check it out. We'll know way more about it by the time this airs. Chances are, looking at what we've got here, there was even LAPD, off-duty LAPD was calling this in, saying that they saw the wrong way. Vehicle was involved in a traffic collision westbound 60 just east of the 605 prior to driving wrong way. So it looks like the vehicle was maybe involved in a crash, then went wrong way, and then was involved in another crash. So they might have been trying to flee the initial crash site. I'm not 100% sure, but again, Randy will get that info. Hopefully he gets an interview, and then we'll hear from the officers there what's going on. So I'm gonna leave it at that. If Randy does have an interview, Alex, let's show that, and then we're pretty much done for the night. What a crazy night of rain and insanity, and that fire was nuts. That was like, and it was really back in the building too, so it was hard to get a good eye on it. But either way, thank you guys for watching this installment. I think we're gonna call it. Thank you for watching this installment of Code 20 Weekly. I will see you guys every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific, and every Friday right here. Same place, same time for Code 20. See you guys on the next one.